Okay, well, what do you think, buddy? Yeah, that's right. So, buddy agrees. He wants us to check out this perfection heater. I picked this up, estate sale. Oh, hey, why not? It's a giant lantern. That's what it is. And I want to open her up. I just realized just by looking, I'm like, how do you open this thing up? Excuse me, buddy. Can you excuse me for a minute, please? Thank you. I know. So, moving this little tab, I'm pretty sure opens this thing up. Yeah, I know. Yeah, looks like somebody shot BBs at it. So we're going to take it outside. Oh, what's this do? Hey, all right. I think we might be heating the lab with this thing this winter. Why not? Right, buddy? Heat source? What do you think? Yeah. All right, let's take it outside and take a look inside. Okay, yeah, look at me being all like tripoddy and stuff. Well, beautiful. Beautiful freaking day here in the valley. Why is this not moving? So, here we have, obviously, target practice. One, that put a hole, that put a hole, that put a hole. That one put a hole. So, this is Perfection Heater. This is number 530 Perfection Oil Heater. Made in USA. Patent June 17th, 1910. That looks like. All right, let's see. This thing's really lightweight. It looks like it would be a lot older, but. Okay. Holy smokes. It is. It's a freaking giant lantern. Oh, okay. So that must lift right out. I see this little channel here. Well, look at that. Interesting center airflow kind of deal. Let me dump this. Oh. Man, this thing's pretty freaking clean. Oh, okay, here too. Use only number 500 Perfection Wick. Looks like it's got a burner timer on it. Maybe? It does. Look at that. Cool. That's our little, oh yeah, that's our little fill meter. Neat. Let's see if there's any other kind of markings. Giant wick dial. And it works. Look at that. I can't tell if you're seeing this or not. I'm assuming that's about as much as you get out of movement. That's what it feels like. I feel like there's a top and a bottom there. Kind of an on-off kind of deal. Neat. I want to make this thing work. I don't see any problems with this thing except for just this, its outer casing being rusty and such, but this looks just fine. This will clean up super. Pretty cool, man. All right, so let's just open this for distributing heat and airflow. Yeah, I just wire brush the shit out of this thing. I could see where it did have some nice black paint on it. Now this, you know, me and my lanterns, I don't repaint lanterns, but this maybe was some kind of like, you know, like an engine block paint, high temp paint. all in all, not all that awful. Can I get in there and bang some of those things out? I could, but why would I? It's got holes all over it anyway, so that's good. Nothing like a little extra airflow by the hands of a pellet gun. All right, you know what? This is not so bad. I'm going to clean this up with a brush so it'll be less messy inside the house. This I'll bring in. All right, let me go find a brush we can play with here. Okay, so I got a couple wire brushes. This is a copper scrubby. I don't think it's really copper. I think it's something to look like it. I don't use this in anything else because it's super freaking harsh. So I got a wire brushed on the inside and the outside. Unfortunately, my phone overheated 5 minutes in the sun and it decided to shit on me. So, okay, well, I'll take this over in the shade and I'll wipe it down with some WD. And that'll be it for now until we get that burner checked out. All right, so I'm out here on the project table here in the back 40. Yeah. The antenna farm back here. Okay, we'll throw some WD on it. You don't need to see that. You've seen me put enough treatment on crap to know what's going on here. Just gonna coat it WD. It'll just kind of keep things tight, make it look nice, and keep all this dustiness from coming off. I did wipe it down with a wet cloth, get all the dust off after brushing it. And okay, we'll coat it up here. Well, looks halfway presentable now. I'll just bring that in the house, plop that in the lab. I'm actually liking the target practice thing. This thing endured. I think that's hilarious. Just goes to say that it has some battle scars. So, and by the way, this thing is really quite lightweight for this being mid-century. I mean, it's really lightweight without the burner in it, especially. Very light. All right, so. And I'm curious too, got any HVAC guys out there? You know, I mean, like, I don't have a problem heating a room with this winter. I mean, a BTU is a BTU, right? I can't imagine, you know, one of these newer ones that I have being a shit ton more efficient than one of these as far as the heat that's putting out. I wonder, anybody got any ideas on that? I had heard that, like, well, you know, a unit of heat is a unit of heat. If they all burn the same BTU, then aren't they the same efficiency? I don't know. Let me know, folks. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I think I just made up words. All right, well, that's it for this. And next we'll be playing with this, the burner that was in here. Cool. Oh, by the way, real quick. So I've noticed, I'm like, you know what? This giant lantern has no bail, but it's got holes. I think before I continue, I'm gonna go in, check all the junk bins. I bet you I can find something. Maybe something off an old Coleman will fit on there. I'll find something. I wanna do that right now. So here we have an old Ad Lake, Erie County Railroad kind of destroyed, electrified thing here. I think that'll be a great handle. Big enough for it to come down off to the sides. So I'm gonna get that off there and try her out. I think that should be perfect. I found a couple others, but I don't think that they would collapse down, so I can place stuff on top if need be. All right, let's check her out. All right, so, you know, those little bits of me are like, oh man, you know, I gotta save this. I gotta stop doing that and just start using parts that I have. This is shot and electrified. Yeah. So, the lid, now yeah, see the lid, also completely shot. So I don't feel bad about pulling this off of here. I think this should be good. Just got to do some bending here, obviously, which I think already I can tell is going to be a big help. All this extra bends here, I think, are going to help us perfectly. Oh, yeah. Okay. Do some Bendy McBenderton on that. Man, that'll be perfecto. Thank you, Ad Lake. And thank you for the spare junior size. Wow, seriously heavy junior size globe. That's too bad. That's cracked. But I think this would still be usable. Okay, cool. First time I had taken that out of this thing, I had just looked at it and going, oh, man, yeah. All right, so that'll go with the globes. Now, let me do a test on this. Hold on a minute. All right, so it looks like if we can get this stuff straightened out enough. Come on out. All right, that's gonna work great. I think we could just leave it like this. Okay, I'm mostly there. But there's too many turns here. So I think I gotta get the wire cutters out. Well, and there we have it, man. Custom. Custom bail. Look at that. What do you think, buddy? Yeah, perfect. That makes me happy. That plan's coming together. What do you think, buddy? Yeah? It throws heat. I want to tell you that now. Unlike that little patch of sun there that you're Mr. Heat Miser loving the heat, you'll be parking your ass right by this thing in a couple of months, I promise. All right? Buddy? Hey. Yeah, whatever. He doesn't care. All right, so next thing up, we'll be playing with the burner insert. Okay, so here we are with this, the fount. The very hefty looking fount here. I'm going to clean this baby up. Right away I see some junk in there. I like to get that out of the way now. This thing's in nice shape, man. It's dirty, that's all. It's just sat in a barn for a while, but not long enough for it to get wrecked by anything. I'm exploring right now is what I'm doing. I'm just I'm getting a feel for things. Seeing what kind of results come from what kind of work. Let me get this shit out of here first, though. So, I wonder what all this crap. So this says off. Okay, well, I don't want to take that wick out. Oh, I see. It's got all kinds of wick going down. Okay, cool. Because I want to get this out of here, and I know this has got some airflow. Oh, what's that? Oh, there's a big, huge nest. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out how to get that off. Because there's a big old bug nest right up there in the airway. It's just a papery, it's a papery thing. Maybe I can break it up a little bit. There we go. Cool. That's out. Hmm. Wow. Wick's massive. But inside tank was great. Okay, so I just took this little piece over to the bench grinder, cleaned it up, and I went to pick this up by this here to bring that over, and that came out for me. So that's going to make it a lot easier to clean. I didn't have to fish out that nest. All right, so that means this comes off now, right? Cool. All right, we'll clean these babies up. This thing's going to look nice. Cool. All right, I'll be back. We're going to the bench grinder with these pieces. Yeah, wow, look at this. Look at this stuff cleaning up. Real nice. Great. Obviously, lots of finishing with some Dremels. Get down in them holes, but I figured probably, whoops. Since it's such a lightweight bale, with my crappy needle nose here, that's not what I want. Okay, we got our little chain. We'll clean that up. This bale is a little chewed up. Okay, well, obviously I had to bend this because of, yeah. All right, so I'll clean this up, this little chain, and then we'll take it from there. Wow. Well, look how this thing's shaping up. Pretty cool. Very nice. This appears to be brass. That cleaned up nice. Little chain. We'll put that in our little parts bin area here. Pretty neat. And that big gigantic wick, I don't want to mess with that. That looks like a pain in the ass looking down at it. Oh, there's a little fill meter. Let me clean this up. I want to see what this little dial looks like. Let's do that. Yeah, this thing's gonna polish up super nice. Love it. For some of these little, this like up inside this tube here, I think this would be perfect for this. Well, boy, I don't know. Since I did this update on the operating system for my Android here, it keeps I don't know why it keeps stopping recording on me. I don't know what the deal is with that. There's probably all kinds of new buttons and stuff in there that I haven't look to you. All right, so we need to get in there. Really don't have much that's going to fit in there. I'll fit in a little bit. No. Boy, even a pointy bit won't get down in there. No. Well, let's see how far down I can get with this. Well, wonder if I can... Oh, I know what I can do. I'll get my trusty chopstick. And some scrap. So, I'll jam a little bit of this down in there and drag it around with my chopstick. That should do the trick. At least get the big chunks out of there. Ah, that did the trick. All right, now, let's see. So, I have rewarmed my dinner about 3 times. Because I keep playing here. I can't help myself. But I'll come back to this. So, I'm going to have my dinner. Well, this thing is clearing up real nice, man. This, I think this thing, in this condition, is going to fire right up when the time comes. That's what I think. I mean, it's a perfect working order. I mean, there's few parts, you know. I'm looking at this float here. I mean, I'm looking at design inside. It's, you know, I mean, everything's acting like it's brand new. So that's great. This really doesn't need anything else. I'm just doing this because it's fun. But yeah, I think I'm gonna use this thing this winter. And it sounds like, luckily, winter's not coming in the near future here. What I'm hearing from long-term forecasting. Yeah, there's some nice brass here. Beautiful. So, all right, let's put things back together. So this doesn't go in and turn. This is just a pressure fit, is what it looks like. Yeah, pressure fit. Okay. Let me get that edge there a little bit. All right. So. How was that on there? I'm not remembering. Okay, so we got this baby, and this one on here. Oh, it slides on so much nicer now. Excellent. And then this plop down. Trying to figure out this design. That's pretty interesting how that does that. Yeah, this probably make a pretty cool flame once it's lit up. Do I have any more parts in here? Nope. Okay, so I can put this little chain back on. I don't remember how this was connected on there because there's no open loop on this other end. No big deal. We may have lost a link of chain somehow, somewhere. There. Perfect. Yeah. The bale. Oh, yeah, that's how it was. It was connected to the bale as well. Now I remember. There. Now. Turn it off. We are off. That is on. Off. On. Look at that. I'll plop right down inside the rusty body of the beast there. Very cool. So, when it comes time to firing this thing up, which will probably be in the next month, I'll be wanting to do some heating out here in the lab. Wouldn't that be fun, man? To have, so there's our air coming in. Pretty cool. That'd be fun to have the lab heated by a giant lantern. Pretty cool. All right, so let's plop it in there and take a look at it. All right, here we have it. We got Buddy, lab assistant Buddy here. We have got the fuel cell. Look at that, all very nicely cleaned up. Beautiful, looks like brand new. And here we got the bale from the ad light. How perfect is that? Perfect. It's like it was freaking made for it. Love that. Love it. It's all right, buddy. You'll survive. So, this little clip here. Plop that back. And plop this right down in there. Just like that. And there we have it, folks. This thing's really light, too. Man, it's crazy. There we go. Perfection heater. This is number 530. Well, I'll do another video. I'm sure it'll be in a lot of videos this winter if I end up using it. I do have other kerosene heaters, and I'll have to do some reading on this to make sure that people aren't dying from asphyxiation using one of these. But there we go. All right, there we go. Folks, thanks for stopping by for this interesting thing. You'll see this thing around. And that was fun. So for $3, I went to an estate sale. It was originally listed at $10. It was a 75% off final day of an estate sale. Guys like, get it out of here. So there it was, $2.50 plus tax. That's gonna do it. Look at it, just a little bit of playing. I'm already dirty. It's not even 9 a.m. yet. Folks, thanks for stopping by the lab, and don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.